Okay, so have you ever met someone who's like a superhero of language education?
A superhero?
Yeah, someone who just lives and breathes it. Well, today we're going deep into the world of someone who I think really fits that bill. Orly Lavi Travish.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Her dedication is incredible, isn't it? What fascinates me most about Orly is that she isn't just teaching Hebrew. It's bigger than that, you know?
Absolutely.
It's like she's making Israeli culture accessible to anyone, anywhere.
It's true. It's like she's building a bridge using language. So to really understand her impact, we're going to dig into two sources about Orly Lavi Travish 2024 and Orly Lavi Travish, recognized for excellence in education services.
Yeah, these give us a really good overview of her journey and achievements. We're talking about a career spanning decades here. Imagine teaching everyone from like first graders who are just wrapping their heads around the alphabet
Right.
to university students who are tackling, complex literary analysis. Orly has literally experienced it all.
Yeah, I was reading that she's taught in Israel, the U.S., Canada, even Australia.
It's amazing, right?
What I find really cool is how she takes those diverse experiences, all those different places and people, and shapes them into her own unique approach to teaching.
Yeah, and this is where her proficiency-based learning comes in. Instead of just like drowning students in grammar rules and vocabulary lists,
Yeah.
it's about giving them the tools to actually use the language confidently in real-life situations.
It's so important. So instead of memorizing verb conjugations, it's like learning Hebrew by role-playing how to order food at a market in Tel Aviv or something.
Exactly. That's such a good way to put it. Orly really understands that language is a living, breathing thing. It's meant to be experienced, not just studied. And I think that's something a lot of language learners, myself included, struggle with sometimes. You get stuck in the textbook.
Totally.
And her approach really helps to bridge that gap between textbook knowledge and real-life fluency.
It's like she's saying, ditch those dusty old textbooks. We're going out there to actually experience the language.
Right. It's all about immersion and real-world application.
Exactly. And this energy, this drive to push boundaries, we see it in all her work. Like, she's not content with just teaching. She wants to elevate the status of Hebrew as a whole.
Absolutely. And you see this really clearly in her work with 972 Education, Inc.
Right. Tell me about that.
So they're all about making Hebrew language and Israeli culture accessible to everyone, not just students in a classroom. We're talking individuals, organizations, the whole world, really.
It's amazing. It's like she's opening a door to a whole new world of understanding and connection.
Exactly. And it's not just about traditional methods either. This is where things get really interesting. She organized this conference, Everatech, and the focus was on AI in language learning.
Whoa, AI. That's pretty cutting edge. What's her perspective on that?
She really sees the potential of AI. Imagine personalized learning, like tailored to your pace and your style.
Okay.
Or getting instant feedback on your pronunciation from a virtual tutor. How cool would that be?
That's incredible. It really changes how we think about education as a whole. And that really highlights how Orly's always on the lookout for new and innovative ways to teach and learn.
Yeah.
We see this in her work with Maddie as well, right?
Yeah, Maddie is all about bringing Israeli plays and literature to a global audience.
Wow, so you're experiencing these stories, these words, and getting a real sense of the culture behind the language.
Exactly. It adds so much depth and richness to the learning experience.
Yeah, it sounds like she's creating these amazing cultural experiences that go way beyond just textbooks and classrooms.
Definitely. It transcends geographical borders, which I think is so powerful.
Absolutely. And speaking of breaking down barriers, I was so struck by her work advocating for Hebrew language learning in the Los Angeles public school system.
Oh, that's a perfect example of her commitment to fostering understanding and challenging preconceived notions. She truly believes that language can bridge cultural divides, and where better to start than with young minds.
It's so true. And it reminds me of that saying, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart.
Wow.
That's what she's doing. She's really touching hearts through her work.
100%. And this dedication, it goes way beyond just her professional life, too. She's really involved in volunteer work, like even translating children's books into Hebrew.
Oh, wow.
It's like she wants to make language and culture accessible to absolutely everyone, even the youngest learners. It's about planting those seeds of curiosity and empathy early on.
It's incredible. It's like she's playing a part in shaping a more understanding and connected world for future generations. It's amazing. It's like she's creating this ripple effect of understanding and connection.
Totally. And it's not just about her own work either. She's really good at bringing people together.
Oh, you're right. Like her Language on the Sofa forum, Safa al-Hasapa.
Exactly. She brings educators from all over to share their passion and knowledge.
It's like this incredible community of learning and collaboration.
And her Facebook group, too. Hebrew Words Around the World. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
Over 2,500 teachers. It's amazing.
Wow, that says a lot.
It really shows you how much she values collaboration and knowledge sharing.
Absolutely. And her podcast, too. I love how she delves into all these different aspects of language, education, culture. She's really created this incredible tapestry of connection.
She really has. It's inspiring.
As we've gone through all this, I think what strikes me most about Orly is that her impact goes way beyond just, grammar rules or vocabulary.
Oh, for sure. It's about something much bigger.
It is. It's about fostering human connection, real understanding.
Exactly.
It makes you think, how can we do that more in our own lives? How can we embrace that same kind of curiosity and bridge building?
Right. And it doesn't have to be some grand gesture. Maybe it's learning a new phrase in another language.
Yeah.
Or striking up a conversation with someone from a different background,
Just being open to new experiences.
Exactly. Even just challenging our own assumptions. Every little bit counts.
Absolutely. It's about embracing the richness and diversity that's all around us, just like Orly does.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, what an incredible journey into the world of Orly Lavi Travish. She's a true champion of language and has power to connect us all.